So if you ever dreamed about owning a ranch property, I've got my expert, and whenever I want to talk about land, I've got John Cohn here. And John, what got you involved in ranch property?
Since I was a little boy watching John Wayne movies with my dad, I dreamed of riding off into the sunset. Well, first kissing the girl goodbye and then riding off into the sunset. And so when I had my first job, I saved up everything I had and got the $5,000 down to buy I guess you have to call it a ranchette because it wasn't a ranch.
Yeah.
But to me it was.
Yeah.
And over the years, I saved my money, bought more land until finally we had a few thousand acres, and it was really wonderful because since I had that dream, I wanted other people to be able to experience the same thing. So on one of the ranches out here, we took a few hundred acres and divided it up into 5-acre pieces, just on a tiny part of the ranch. And so if somebody comes in and buys a 5-acre piece, they get to use the trails on thousands of acres for ATVs or horses or
Just hiking.
pickup. Yeah, hiking. Yeah.
That's great. And so I guess the big question is, on these 5-acre parcels, how much does it cost to buy a 5-acre parcel?
You can buy a 5-acre parcel for $25,000 to $30,000.
That's crazy. And so does this land have roads to it and things on it, or is it just desolate land? What is this?
You bet. Yeah, they're beautiful roads right to each piece of ground there. And then all the other things that you need to do if you want to have a cabin or bring your RV up there or whatever, we can take care of it. We can get you water rights so you can have your own well and not have to be on the grid and depend on anybody else. We can work out solar panels for you so you don't have to hook up to city power.
So you can be off the grid, essentially.
Completely off the grid.
That's great. And so tell me a little bit more about this land. Is it just desolate land, or has this got trees on it, or what do you got?
Our ranch was
Is it flat, or is it mountainy? What are we talking about?
It was the first ranch homesteaded out there. So if you saw that movie Far and Away with Nicole Kidman.
Love that movie.
The guy who won the race got the best land.
Yeah.
That is our ranch.
Oh, really?
It was the first land homesteaded, and so it's in a beautiful pinyon pine forest. You can probably knock down trees if you want to build a cabin, but it's the most beautiful land.
Pinyon pine forest, which is beautiful. And so now tell me, you said you have some creative ways of doing financing on this thing. Tell me a little bit more about that.
You bet. Because we're a big ranch, it doesn't matter about paying cash. That's fine, but you can just put 10% down, a few $1,000s, and make monthly payments over 10 years, and we're fine with that.
That's crazy. And so theoretically, if you put 10 or 15% down on this thing and then finance the rest, your payment's only probably about $300 a month.
Yeah.
And so you can own a 5-acre parcel of ranch land and have that in your family and have a place to go and vacation, bring your family closer together, and then when you own that, it's your land, which is incredible. That's why I brought John on, because this is an incredible opportunity. And so if you'd like to know more about that, we put some information on the screen and you can look into more about this ranch land.